In our previous lesson, that was lesson 1, we discussed adjacent angles. If you remember, that was the cis angle that we talked about. Now, the sum of all these adjacent angles on a straight line is equal to 180 degrees. That is what we usually say, that all angles that are formed on a straight line, they sum up to what? 180 degrees. This is what I mean. So we have angles A, B, C in this figure, and then we have angles A, B, C, D in this figure. Now you see that these 3 angles are formed on a straight line, right? And then these 4 angles too are formed on a straight line. Irrespective of the number of angles that are formed, when they are formed on a straight line, they are all equal to what? 180 degrees. So what it means is that whenever you're given angles which are formed on a straight line, you just add the angles. So we have A plus B plus C, and that one you equate them to what? 180 degrees. I hope you get me. So when you come to this side too, we have angle A plus B plus C plus D equal to what? 180 degrees. I hope you get me. So all angles that are formed on a straight line are equated to what? 180 degrees when we find their sum. Now that you've understood this, let's use this idea to solve some exemplary questions. So our first question is to find the value of x in this figure, right? So we have 30 degrees here, 70 degrees, and then x. Now you see that these 3 angles are all formed on a straight line, right? So what you're going to say is that sum of angles on a straight line is equal to 180 degrees. When you are done, then you write all the angles, 30 degrees plus 70 degrees plus x, then you equate them to what? 180 degrees. Now 30 plus 70 is what? 100. So we have 100 degrees plus x, and that one is equal to 180 degrees. Now you want to find the value of x, okay? So you make x the subject. So we write our x equal to, we have 180 degrees here already. Now we are sending the 100 degrees from the left hand side to the right hand side. So minus 100 degrees. So now x becomes what? 80 degrees. I hope you get me. Now let's try the second question too. So in our second example, we are to find the value of y in the diagram, right? In this figure. So let's do that. Now we have 20y and then 70 degrees. Now all these 3 angles are formed on a straight line, right? And we say that sum of angles on a straight line equates to what? 180 degrees. So now let's state that. Sum of angles on a straight line produces what? 180 degrees. So now we write all the angles and then we equate them to 180 degrees. So now let's do that. We have 20 degrees plus y plus 70 degrees, and all of these will be equated to 180 degrees. So now we have y plus 20 plus 70 is what? 90 degrees, and that one is equal to 180 degrees. We want y, so we make y the subject. Y is equal to 180 degrees minus 90 degrees, because the 90 is positive here and it crosses this equal sign, right? Now y is equal to 180 minus 90 is what? 90 degrees. Great. Now let me see if you really understand what I've just explained. If you understand them very well, then try these 3 questions. Find the value of the lettered angles in the diagrams below, and all of these angles are in degrees. We have angle A, B, and then C. Solve them and provide the answers for me.